Ah, hello again, Trekkies and Trekkers. Well, today we're going to be doing our penultimate review for today, The Last Outpost. So, here we go. The Enterprise is in pursuit of a Ferengi vessel, which has stolen an energy converter from an unmanned Federation outpost. While the Ferengi were known to the Federation, this is the first contact with the species, and the Ferengi are thought to be at a similar technology level as themselves. As the chest paces the planet Delphi Ardu 4, both ships suffer from power drains, causing them to come to a halt. Each crew initially believes the power drain is caused by the other vessel, but Captain Jean-Luc Picard realizes that the Ferengi are as confused as they are, and orders the crew to investigate the planet. Operations Officer Lieutenant Commander Data reports that the planet seems to have once been a remote outpost of the Takan Empire that became extinct 600,000 years ago, during the Middle I can't pronounce that. Picard contacts the Ferengi and gets them to agree to mutually explore the planet below to try to find the source of the energy drain. On the planet, the away team is momentarily separated due to effects of the energy field on the transporters. They regroup but are attacked and bound by the Ferengi, who believe the Enterprise crew was playing the ambush of their own. The away team break free and begin to exchange weapon fire, but the energy expelled is absorbed by a nearby crystalline structure. Data investigates the tree and awakens an entity that displays itself as a humanoid and calls itself Portal 63, a guardian of the Takan Empire. Portal 63 asks the two groups if they seek to enter the Takan Empire, and does not comprehend when it is told that the Takan have long since disappeared. The Ferengi accuse the Enterprise away team of being a hostile force. Commander William Riker admits that they are hostile to the Ferengi, inadvertently confirming humanity to be indeed hostile in the eyes of Portal 63, who steps forward, apparently ready to attack Riker, and claims his species is barbaric. Gee, where have we heard that before? Riker responds, fear is the true enemy, the only enemy, while not flinching as the attack comes. Portal 63 accepts this and stands down from the challenge, satisfied that the Federation is civilized, and allows the Enterprise to go free. It further offers Riker the opportunity to destroy the Ferengi vessel, but he declines on the grounds that the Ferengi will learn nothing from such an action. Both away teams return to their ships with power restored, and the Ferengi return the stolen energy converter. As a mean of ironic thanks, Riker suggests sending the Ferengi a box of Chinese finger traps, a toy that fascinated Data when he became stuck in one earlier in the mission. Okay, wonder how that happened. Anyway, let's look at some production notes here. The creator of Star Trek, Gene Roddenberry, decided early on that he did not want to repeat the adversaries from Star Trek the original series in The Next Generation. To this extent, the Bible produced before the start of the show stated categorically, quote, "No stories about warfare with Klingons or Romulans." The Ferengi were designed by Roddenberry and Herbert Wright to fill this gap. They were mentioned in the episodes running up to The Last Outpost, which marked their first appearance on screen. After they reappeared in the first series in The Battle, the producers thought that they didn't make a suitable adversary, and plans for their continued use in this role were dropped. The role as major villains in The Next Generation were eventually taken by the Borg. By the time that they appeared in Deep Space Nine, they were used in a comedic fashion. The look of the Ferengi and their ship was created by Andrew Probert. The vessel was inspired by horseshoe crab and was built by Greg Jean. Michael Westmore was responsible for taking Probert's designs for the Ferengi and creating the makeup for the actors to meet that design. In Probert's original concept, the Ferengi had ears which were pointed like a bat. There were concerns from the producers that these would appear simply to be larger versions of the already known Vulcan ears, and so Westmore was told to round off the ears when it came to producing the makeup. Other elements which were changed at the makeup stage included modifications to the nose to increase the volume of wrinkles and dropping the idea of an extended chin, as Westmore thought it would save time when applying the makeup. A false set of upper teeth were also created, which were added to a single headpiece and a nosepiece which comprised the prosthetics for the Ferengi. Westmore was not pleased when a shot of an actor in costume was leaked without the teeth. He said, quote, "I was annoyed at the photo because I was only about that photo because the makeup was incomplete. After all the work that went into it, we would have wanted our design in proper form. The photo was like a pirated version of our makeup, because none of us would ever approved it under those circumstances. Michael could have designed a rank designation tattoo which was more applied to the right part of each Ferengi forehead. The symbol means dog eat dog, and was painted green as that is the color of American dollar bills. Each bar, referred to by the production crew as a rocker, the side of the symbol designated a rank, with more bars meaning a higher rank. In Richard Kresmian's original draft, Portal was referred to as Dillo. Executive producer Maurice Hurley saw Portal as being sort of a guard dog, but thought that the Ferengi turned the concept into, quote, silliness. Director Richard Culla felt that the episode had problems which were only identified after shooting was completed. Riker's notion of sending Chinese finger traps to the Ferengi vessel at the end of the episode was a reference to the original series episode The Trouble of Tribbles, where Chief Engineer Scott beams over shipload of tribbles to a Klingon ship. Will Wheaton later recalled that the cast was unhappy with the episode, as they didn't like several aspects of it, including the finger cups joke and the Ferengi in general. The episode also featured the first occasion that Geordi LaForge gave a report to the bridge for the engineering section. The producers liked this image so much that from season 2 onwards, the character became the chief engineer. The guest stars in this episode reappeared in different roles later in the series. Both Tracy Walter and Mike Gomez reappeared as other Ferengi in the 6th season episode Rascals. This was the second recorded performance of Armin Shimerman in a TNG episode, although the first was to be broadcast. He has gone uncredited in a previously filmed role as the face of a Betazoid gift box in Haven. He made a further appearance as a different Ferengi in Peak Performance, before gaining the main cast role of the Ferengi Quark in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. In that role, he would also shoot a scene from the movie Star Trek Insurrection, but it was cut from the final version of the film. He said of his performance in Last Outpost, quote, "I was pretty much playing the over-the-top villain that turned out to be very comical. I thought I was being serious, but obviously it was not serious. It's because there was no subtlety to the performance. There was no attempt to try to give them some real cojones. It was bad acting. It was just bad acting. They liked it, God bless them. Star Trek liked it." Yep, a whole lot of other people liked it too. So overall, this is a pretty good episode, and also seeing the Ferengi for the first time is a bit of a plus. So overall, I give The Last Outpost 3 warp cores out of 5. Well, join me sometime soon as we take a look at the final episode for today, where no one has gone before. So, until then, live long and prosper, everybody.